Hey everybody, Tim Brahim, Performance Experts Coaching and Leadership 360 with another business and life tip for you. And today's tip is more life-oriented, and I want to kind of walk you through just kind of a hypothetical scenario, a metaphor, if you will, to cement this point home. If I were to take you into a room that had a very high ceiling, and in that room were a pyramid of buckets stacked all the way up to the top, kind of like how you see champagne glasses at a wedding, that pyramid effect. And I gave you a ladder and the end of a garden hose. And I said, I want you to climb this ladder, and at the top of the pyramid, I want you to put the end of the garden hose in that bucket up there. And then down at the ground level, I'm there with my hand on the spigot, and I turn that water on. What would happen ultimately in those buckets? Well, if you said that the water would ultimately fill up the top bucket and start to spill over and cascade into the lower buckets, just as it would a champagne glass on a wedding day, you're absolutely right. So what does this have to do with life? Well, what if we replace the top bucket with you? And what if we replace the water with love? Now, I know that might be a little bit deep, but what we're really talking about here is, what is it that you're doing on a daily basis to make sure that you're full? See, the reality of it is that so many of us are walking around with our bucket half full. And metaphorically, it's like we are up there at the top of that pyramid and we need to somehow get full. And we don't know how to fill ourselves. So we go outside of ourselves to try to find that fulfillment. So metaphorically, it's like taking a soup ladle and reaching down into the lower buckets and trying to scoop up some of their water and put it in ours. You know, when we call that perfectionism, we call it submissiveness. Some of you are just get walked on, perhaps. Maybe you're not as self-honoring as you could be. We call that control, manipulation. I mean, there are all kinds of behavioral tendencies that we exhibit in our attempts to try to get full. And it's these behavioral tendencies that kind of trip us up and create disharmony in our life for ourselves. And what I would offer is that very few of us, myself included, were ever really taught how to love ourselves, how to take good care of ourselves, how to fill our own bucket. You know, we were certainly taught not to be selfish. We heard that from our school teachers, from our parents, from our grandparents when we were young. You know, don't be selfish, share your toys, things like that. But very few of us were ever taught how to be self-honoring. And that's a very, very different thing. And when you know what the things are that fill you up, that make you feel energetically in alignment, that make you feel good when you come home, you're a gift to those that are around you. And you've met people like that before. Think about it. The people that you've met in your life that you've gone, God, you know, I don't know what it was about that person, but he or she, you know, it was just, I loved being around them. Like I want to hang out with them again. Yeah, you were experiencing somebody who was full. And when you're around people that are full and their bucket is overflowing into yours, it's kind of a magnetic experience. It's an addictive experience in many cases. You've also been around people that are not full. And you've probably made comments like this, like, oh man, their energy is just toxic, or they're so negative, or I really don't like being around that person. You know, they're very controlling, or whatever the case may be. And you avoid people like that. You know, and I have great empathy and compassion for those that don't know how to get full, because I think it's a pretty common thing out there. But what would your business look like if you were full more consistently? How many more real estate agents would want to hang out with you? How many more clients would refer business to you? How much easier would it be for you to get somebody to say yes to you if you were just that magnetic person that you've experienced in the past, that you've encountered, because that person knew how to take good care of themselves? And this is one of the things that we talk to our clients a lot about in L360. It's not about just going out and making money. At the end of the day, we need to learn how to really make self-honoring choices. And as I've said in other time management videos before, really know what our hell yeses are in our life and to say yes to them more often. So maybe taking some time to think about this video, making a list of the things. I've mentioned this in another video. You could ask the question of the people around you that care about you and that really know you, your closest friends, your siblings, your parents, your children, your spouse. What is it that you see me go away and do that when I come back from doing it, I'm a nicer person? It's an outstanding question to ask. That will give you some clues as to the things that fill your bucket. I hope that you find this business and life tip to be helpful to you. I wish you great success, and we'll be coming back at you with more very soon. Bye-bye.